welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be reacting to the top 20 people who beat the system. So, I'm just going to get into it, but you guys need to subscribe before I get into it. But anyways, so on the first clip here, we can see this kid's dad, the school first of all, school said bring your fish to school day. I don't know why. Sounds weird, but I think the teacher meant pet day or something, but they somehow got to do fish day, which freaks me out. Anyway, so this kid's dad didn't understand what fish, like what fish. So he brought food fish. Everybody has goldfish and stuff. So this kid here has done some pretty genius work. So, wait, let's recap this.
Make the time to study or terrible. Anyway, don't you think it is a bad idea to ask kids to buy a pet that most of them won't even take care of? True or false? This kid didn't even take the time to study or read any of the questions. Instead, he decided to work on a plan that would give him the chance to get the right answer no matter what the answer is. He just found a way to make the word true look like the word false or the word false.
Yo, that's a genius. But I don't think the teacher would accept the answers because writing's too ugly.
Look like the word true. Anyway, we think that this was a really smart idea. But unfortunately, the teacher didn't fall for this little trick, and he got...
Of course. Teachers never fall for any of these tricks. I guarantee that if ever I become a teacher when I grow up, I'm gonna give this kid an mark. I mean, I'll give him an A+ for this. Because this is big brain.
All the answers wrong. We think we would have got a better grade simply by writing true everywhere. Mathematics is simple. Who said that mathematics is hard?
It is hard. I struggle a lot in the exam. The reason I haven't the reason I didn't upload so much nowadays is because of my exams. I had to study for exams and the math, blah 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 blah. Math's super hard.
Thing you need is a little imagination to turn a problem into a solution. Most students would be intimidated when they see an equation like this.
Wait.
But this one decided to keep things simple. He didn't see the word sin, but just a bunch of letters. This is why he decided to divide the letter N by the letter N to turn it into the number 6. Then, he just had to add 1, and he got 7. He is probably the only kid in this class who got this answer, but that doesn't mean that he is wrong. The throne. Just like any mother, this mom asked her son to clean the bathroom that night. And just to make things clear, she said that he should clean it like the Queen of England is visiting. The kid took things too seriously and decided to adapt the bathroom to any British person. He added a British flag, some greetings, and everything a British person needs, like some tea to drink and a Harry Potter book to read on the loo. The story doesn't tell if the Queen of England really did come to visit.
But why? Your mom's just exaggerating it. Sometimes I don't understand these big brain ideas.
But at least the mother got what she wanted. They should always try this to motivate kids. The chores. And here's another kid who had to do some chores in the bathroom. His mom asked him to pile some toilet paper on the toilet. However, the cat was sleeping there and the kid didn't let that stop him. He decided to pile the toilet paper on the cat.
Okay. So this dude piled the toilet paper on the cat. So what if the cat moves and drops off of it? I mean, this is a pretty big brain though, but it's also kind of a low brain because cat moves unless it's just
which is probably funnier than piling it on the toilet. We can't believe that he managed to make 16 of them stay in place on the cat. While we wouldn't.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yo, 16. You can't see the 16 one right here, but this paper. 16.
Want to be him when the cat wakes up from a nap, and he will have to clean this mess. At least it was fun while it lasted. Name the shapes. Do you want to get in shape? In shape of what? During a geometry test, this teacher asked the students to name the shapes. You would expect answers like square, circle, or triangle, but this girl decided that those shapes needed a little more personality. She was probably inspired by her friends because she decided to name them Jade, Charlotte.
Okay, this is just funny. You get a bad mark for this, but teacher said just name it. Teacher didn't say to like, what is the name of this shape? Name of the shape. She said just names these 2D shapes. Like when you get a cat, you like, what is the name of that cat? The name of that cat, it would be like Harry, stuff like that. And then what if you like name that cat? Name these cats. Name that cat. So you're just gonna say, let's go for example, Emily. This is big brain, but same.
Charlie, Sophia, and so on. We don't know what the teachers think yet because the student hasn't finished her test. We don't think that she will get a good grade for that, but at least her friends will think that it is really fun, and this is priceless. The special drawer. This father decided to hide something secret in a drawer to keep it away from children. Was it candies, or money to buy candies? He wanted to make sure that we would never know what was hiding in there when he put a lock on the drawer. But the kids were smarter than him when they realized that they just had to remove the drawer right above it.
Beat that. Kids are smarter than adults. See right there? Dad thinks they can never find this. Whatever's inside. Kids, take out the upper drawer. Look what's inside. Bam. That's a big brain though. I don't know how
To get access to what is inside it. We still don't know what it was, but no matter what, we think that the kids deserve to have it for being such geniuses. The Chinese immigrant. This time, for homework, the kids had to assume the role of a Chinese immigrant in 1870 and write a letter describing their experiences. But the teacher didn't think that there was actually a Chinese immigrant in the room who would take it a little too seriously. He wrote the whole homework in Chinese. The teacher probably didn't understand it, and neither do we, so we don't know if the student actually.
My last exam was Chinese, and I struggled so much to even write this word. Like, look at that. That dude is probably Chinese, which is why he's able to write it. Because, like, I mean, I'm not saying that he will be Chinese, but like, might be some other kids who know how to speak and write Chinese. I don't know any. So this is
Said something that makes sense, or if he just copied some symbols that he saw on the internet. No matter what, we think that he deserves a good grade for the effort. Can you hang this out? And here's a mom who is asking us to do some chores again. This time, she put a post-it on a shirt to ask her son if he could hang this out. But the kid took it too seriously when he decided to hang the post-it on the washing line outside.
Okay. Can't laugh. Hang. The mother was supposed to be specific on. Can you hang this? Can you hang this shirt? Yeah. Can you hang this shirt for me, please? Can you hang this shirt for me, please? Because that's more specific. I mean, I think if I would do it, my mom would take a belt and start whooping me.
Their home. We bet that he was so proud of his prank that he decided to send a picture to his mother. This was when she answered that she meant to hang the shirt out, gimp boy. Making this joke probably took more effort than simply hanging out the shirt, but we think that it was totally worth it. The spelling test. This time, the teacher asked a pretty simple question. He simply wanted the kids to write 10 words they can spell right. But one of them decided to make things simpler. They decided to write down the words that were right in front of them. 10 words I can spell right are. But don't think he's dumb, because he actually went for a challenge right after by writing the word octopus. No matter what, the teacher will have to admit that the student was right and he will get a good grade. We think that.
I mean, it's pretty big brain. I don't think teacher gave us these types of questions. He's just like, okay, I want you guys to spell this word, that word, blah blah. But this dude deserves an A+. I would say
that he should even get a bonus point for that smart answer. The alphabetical order. Admit it, you can't remember the alphabetical order without singing the song, and there's actually nothing wrong with that. This time,
no, it's easy. A B C D. Wait, A B. Yeah, okay.
a kid had to write the following words in the order they came in the alphabet. They just had to put 6 words in the right order. But this kid decided to make things much more complicated. They put all the letters in the 6 words in alphabetical order to create some nonsense. The teacher has to admit that it could actually be considered to be a valid answer. But we wish this kid didn't work that hard for something as simple as that. Don't go outside. We don't hear that really often, but this time, a mother asked her child not to step outside. But this kid really wanted to enjoy
This is the coronavirus, guys. My parents said don't go outside.
the sun and the warm weather. This is why he cheated a little bit by making sure that his feet would stay inside the home while the rest of his body.
Okay, big brain, genius. My mother says to go outside to go exercise, but this dude just outsmarted the
Body is outside. And while he couldn't just move around on the grass, he probably decided to read a book or play a game on his tablet instead. We think that this young boy was born to be a lawyer. We argue with him. He really did not step outside. Not your father's ginger ale. When her father asked this girl to give him his ginger ale, she just couldn't find it. There was actually a bottle of ginger ale on the counter, but you could clearly read that it was not her father's ginger ale. It just seems impossible that it could ever be his. Anyway, we are pretty sure that this girl was looking for an excuse not to make any effort. At least her father probably laughed at this joke and had the energy to stand up and pick it up by himself.
That is just genius, but same time, not so.
KFC experience. Surprisingly, he really did get more attention.
Just took a picture like this. Technically followed the rules, because the KFC place said to take a picture of our food.
Than what he expected. No shorts. No matter how warm it was outside, this school decided to ban shorts because it was not part of the uniform. It looks like this kid's teachers really don't know what he is going through, and it seems unfair that girls still have the right to wear skirts. This is why he decided that he was going to wear a skirt too. After all, it is part of the uniform, so the teachers can't.
My whole entire life, I'm never wearing a skirt. I find trousers more comfortable than shorts, so I would agree with that.
Say anything about this. This guy probably got
Like jeans? Yeah, I'm wearing a shirt.
a lot of attention from his friends who were jealous. Maybe he will only start a new trend? Happy Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is a time when all the family is supposed to spend time together. But unfortunately, the oldest brother was working that night. This is why he asked his little brother to save some food for him. And he did really save a little bit of everything. He just forgot to say that it was really a tiny little bit of everything. It was
I mean, if I would have done that to anybody in my family, they would have scolded me. This is how much you saved for me. Blah, blah, blah. But to be honest though, this is actually
so small that it was hard to know what it was, so he even took the time to write down what it was. What a caring little brother. But we are pretty sure that it was just a joke, and he actually did save a whole plate for his brother. The future journalist. When you are in school, you get the chance to explore many different jobs to know what you will be doing later when you grow up. This time, the kids were going to learn how to write an article. They had to write a title, and the student decided to name it How Chicks Grow. Then he was asked what this article was about, and he simply answered, How Chicks Grow. What a stupid question. You can guess it by looking at the title. We have to admit that professional writers don't write down the answers to that question anymore, but it is still a good idea to know what you are going to write about. Wash your hands before dinner. No matter how many times our mother asked us to wash our hands before dinner, we are not doing it now that we are grown-ups unless we touched something weird. But this kid was too young for this, so his mom had to ask him to go to the restaurant's bathroom and clean his hands. There were even some instructions to tell him how to do it properly. You just have to run the water, put the soap in the sink, and make sure you don't touch anything. His mother won't be proud of him, but what she doesn't know can't hurt her. The snack. There are some very
So the kid just now literally just put the soap in the sink.
have to run the water, put the soap in the sink, and make sure you don't touch anything. His mother won't be proud of him, but what she doesn't know can't hurt her. The snack. There are some very strict rules in this house. This young boy is not allowed to use his tablet in the kitchen, and he is not allowed to eat in the living room. So what can he do if he wants to eat a snack while watching a video on his tablet? This young